They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one was played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Groupers offense will have the ball first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete on the right side. There he goes. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He'll pull it on the read. Running into the open space. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. The official says no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. So the Florida Gators offense has its first opportunity of the day. They're led by a sensational signal caller. And, Jesse, one thing every elite quarterback knows is where to find the weak spot in the secondary. And there might be a few of them there.
Yeah, there's no mystery where this quarterback is going to be throwing the football and who he's going to be trying to pick him. They knew coming into this game this was going to be the matchup they want to take advantage of. Now, David, the defense and their coordinator are going to have to find creative ways to help out this cornerback and use safety coverage over the top, some zone, to try and get him as many doubles as they can. But you can't double cover all game long. This guy's going to be on an island from time to time, and you know that's when the quarterback's going to go after him.
And I was about to say, dude, I'm not giving you that opportunity. I'm not putting him on an island. I'm going to use zone coverages. I'm going to try to hide him as much as I can. You see this all the time. You know you're a deficiency. How do you mask it? How do you hide it? If he goes one-on-one on an island, that's a bad job calling defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. That's reeled in. It's Brown. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Oh, he's got some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Off play action on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Open space at the 25. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play could put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And the Gators kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll run it on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Motion from the back. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gator!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job. Kickoff team, everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The give to the tailback. Can't get him to the ground. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He'll keep it himself. Across the 25, he's got room. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run in that play right there.
Now on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here on third down. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Groupers will punt it away on fourth down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. He's got great speed. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. This offense has it with really good field position. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, it's picked off.
The safety did a great job staying back in that cover 2 look. He's got basically that half of the field. He's reading the quarterback's eyes, and he knows where he's going with it. He was able to make a jump on the ball and end up picking it off.
Trying play action. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Trying to take it back. Picked up a few this offense. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Headed to the end zone. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Florida!
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Washington went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Huskies always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout.
Leaves it with the back.
Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The play action fake. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with a turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They have it once again in spectacular field position. Cashed in the last time and even better this time around. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The hand to the running back. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Gators have pushed it inside the 20. They're going to ride this running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And the quarterback knew that that counter run play was going to be successful. He did a nice job counting the box before the snap. He knew he had good numbers. He knew he had good angles and blocking. So that is a green-lit
touchdown, Gator! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Quarterback on the keeper.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. On the option. He'll toss it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How do you not love to see that when your quarterback gets in the run fit? When he's not scared to come up and tackle. A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it in this suit.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling on until they find an answer.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Unloads to the right. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Good, right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Oh, better look out. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The groupers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Gets away from one, finds some space. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. And some room to work. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the groupers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Give to the running back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Trying to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The Gators sending the offense back to work. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw. It's Flagway. Dances away. He's going to run it. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. The Gators in the hurry-up. He'll try to do it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough. And you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Looking to get it in. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Now, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
31, Pandas, 0.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, we've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And this offense has been a story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Turning it on. Bust through behind his pad. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. And the Gators just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Here's the pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. The short hands, it's Livingston. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Gators have pushed it inside the 20. The give to the lone running back. Getting worked on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Off play action. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Extending the play. That's caught. It's Brown. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first
this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder.
Touchdown, Gator! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And with that drive, you start to get excited. You start to think about the bounce back from a week ago. Went on the road, tough loss, you get to come back home. And this team has really been a different team today. Nice performance after a heartbreaking loss last week.
Bandits, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Now this offense is back on the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Give to the fullback. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. They're setting up. Green. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The groupers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. Finding an escape route. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
But when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pressure coming. He's going to take off. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. Open space at the 25. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
And this offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Complete to the right. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Leaves it with the running back. There he goes. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
And the groupers are threatening on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. And after that penalty on the defense, the offense needs to move it just a little. Sneak gets it done.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. fourth quarter. Let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Gives it on the option. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over first and 10.
He'll pull it on the read. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. On the option. Now the toss. Got enough for the first down. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. The groupers getting set on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground, knocked down at the 28-yard line. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense picks it up. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gator. The defense putting points on the board.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Quarterback on the keeper. Nice move there. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
It's complete. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. And the groupers will try to pin them back with the punt. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. To throw, it's Wicks. Finds the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll move the wide receiver. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The groupers will send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, and this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect them.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long, so let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W into the locker room.
Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. On the run, it's Daniels. Brings into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a heat. Wide open downfield. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out.